Let's get right into it. Number 5. Deep Mantle Rock. You've walked on beaches, climbed mountains, maybe even stuck your head into a cave and immediately thought, nope. But beneath all of that, beneath the crust, beneath the ego of humanity, there's a layer of Earth so unreachable it might as well be fan fiction. I'm talking about the mantle, not the cozy superhero kind. The kind that starts about 20 miles down and goes on for nearly 1,800 miles like Earth forgot when to stop. No human has ever been there, not even close. The deepest hole we've ever drilled, the Kola Super Deep Borehole, tapped out at around 7.5 miles. That's not almost there. That's like digging a spoon into a wedding cake and claiming you've seen the bakery. The mantle isn't molten lava like cartoons promised you. It's hot, yes, but it's more like solid rock that behaves like warm silly putty over millions of years. Which sounds cute until you realize the pressure down there would instantly turn your bones into a concept. Your body wouldn't scream. It wouldn't implode. It would just stop being a shape. Your brain loves to imagine unexplored places as mysterious and romantic, but the mantle is aggressively unromantic. No secret cities, no ancient civilizations, just rock under so much pressure that atoms are reconsidering their life choices. Scientists know it's there because of seismic waves, basically Earth ringing like a bell after earthquakes and scientists going, yep, that wobble means there's something extremely rude down there. And the wild part? The mantle makes up about 84% of Earth's volume. That means most of the planet you live on is a place no human has ever visited and never will. You're basically living on a thin decorative shell like a fondant cake over hell-flavored taffy. So the next time someone says, humans have explored Earth, remember, we haven't even peeled the label off. Basically, Earth is a locked door and the mantle is on the other side whispering, absolutely not. Number 4. Lake Vostok. Imagine Antarctica. Now imagine Antarctica telling you to go away. That's Lake Vostok. This thing is a massive freshwater lake buried under nearly 2.5 miles of solid ice. It's about the size of Lake Ontario, which is already offensive, and it's been sealed off from the surface for possibly 15 million years. That's not untouched. That's time forgot your number. No human has ever physically entered Lake Vostok. Scientists have drilled close, painfully close, but actually going in? Nope. The risk of contaminating it is so high that everyone involved starts sweating just thinking about it. Because if you drop modern bacteria into an ecosystem that's been alone since before humans figured out pants, congratulations, you've ruined one of the purest scientific time capsules on Earth. Your brain wants this lake to have monsters, and honestly, that's fair. It's dark, pressurized, cold, and cut off from sunlight. If there were ever a place for nightmare fish with bad intentions, this would be the zip code. Scientists suspect there could be microbial life down there that evolved completely independently from surface ecosystems, which is science speak for, this lake might be doing its own weird thing and we're afraid to interrupt. Drilling projects have extracted tiny samples of frozen water that refroze in drill shafts, but that's like licking the outside of a locked fridge and claiming you've tasted the leftovers. Nobody's swum in it. Nobody's dropped a camera in and waved. No human eyes have seen its open water. And the pressure? If you somehow stood at the bottom, the ice above you would weigh tens of thousands of pounds per square inch. You wouldn't feel crushed. You'd feel erased. Lake Vostok isn't just unvisited, it's actively protected from us. Earth looked at humanity and said, you're not ready for this one. Basically, it's a reminder that some places aren't mysterious because we haven't tried hard enough, but because we're finally smart enough to leave them alone. Number 3. The Magma Ocean. You know how people say, the Earth has layers like a cake? That analogy breaks down real fast when you hit the Magma Ocean, because no one's frosting this thing and serving it at a birthday party. This is the semi-molten region beneath Earth's crust where rock is hot enough to flow but not hot enough to be honest about it. It's not lava. It's not solid ground. It's Earth stuck between decisions, and no human has ever been there because the moment you tried, physics would personally escort you out of existence. Picture descending through the crust, past where rocks politely exist, into a place where temperatures hover between 1,000 and 3,700 degrees Fahrenheit. Your equipment wouldn't fail dramatically. It wouldn't explode. It would just quietly stop being equipment. Metals would soften. Electronics would melt into abstract art. Your bones would not even get a chance to complain. What makes this place extra unhinged is that it's constantly moving, slowly, invisibly, driving plate tectonics. Mountains, earthquakes, volcanoes, all of that chaos is being puppeteered by this underground heat soup. You're living your life, paying taxes, and beneath you is a churning engine that can rearrange continents when it's bored. Scientists know it exists because seismic waves slow down when they pass through it, like sound traveling through pudding. That's how we map it. Not by going there, by listening to Earth groan and making educated guesses. And here's the fun irony. Every volcanic eruption brings tiny bits of this unreachable world closer to the surface. So technically, you've seen magma that came from there. You just didn't survive long enough to meet it personally. The Magma Ocean is Earth's reminder that beneath your feet is a place that doesn't care about exploration, bravery, or human curiosity. It operates on heat, pressure, and vibes. Basically, it's the planet's internal monologue, and you are not invited into the conversation. Number 2. Challenger Deep. You've probably heard of the Mariana Trench. It's the deepest part of the ocean, the go-to answer whenever someone asks, what's the scariest hole on Earth? But even within that abyss, Challenger Deep stands out like a personal insult to gravity. This place is nearly 7 miles down. That's deeper than Mount Everest is tall. If you dropped Everest into it, there would still be room to drown the tip. And while a handful of unmanned probes and a very small number of submersibles have technically reached the bottom, no human has ever freely explored it. No walking, no swimming, no casual sightseeing, just brief, heavily armored visits inside machines that look like panic attacks with windows. Down there, the pressure is over 1,000 times what you feel at sea level. That's like having the weight of 50 jumbo jets resting on every square inch of your body. Your lungs wouldn't collapse. They'd just stop being lungs as a concept. What's wild is that life exists there. Fish with transparent skin, amphipods that look like shrimp designed by someone who hates joy, microbes thriving in total darkness, eating chemicals seeping from Earth's crust like it's a gourmet buffet. No sunlight, no warmth, just pressure and survival. And humans? We show up in titanium bubbles, stay for a few hours, wave awkwardly, and leave before the ocean decides to clap back. Your brain wants to imagine standing at the bottom, planting a flag, proving dominance. But the truth is, Challenger Deep doesn't notice you. It doesn't fear you. It doesn't care that you exist. Basically, it's the ocean's way of saying, you can visit, but you don't belong. Number 1. Earth's inner core. You live on a planet with a literal metal heart that no human has ever seen, touched, or even come remotely close to visiting, and we just collectively decided that was fine. The inner core sits about 4,000 miles beneath your feet. That's not deep. You could stack every mountain on Earth on top of each other and still be wrong. It's a solid ball of mostly iron and nickel, roughly the size of the moon, spinning slightly faster than the rest of the planet like it has its own schedule and no interest in yours. Temperatures down there reach around 9,000 to 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than the surface of the sun, and yet, somehow, it's solid. Not liquid, solid, because the pressure is so extreme that atoms are basically being told, you will behave, or else. No human has ever been anywhere near it. We haven't drilled to it. We haven't sent probes. We haven't even scratched the metaphorical door. Everything we know about the inner core comes from seismic waves, earthquake vibrations bending, speeding up, slowing down, and whispering clues as they pass through. It's like diagnosing a patient by listening to the floor creak in the next building over. And here's the part of that feels fake but isn't. The inner core helps generate Earth's magnetic field. That invisible shield that protects you from solar radiation, keeps the atmosphere from getting stripped away, and stops space from slowly microwaving the planet. Yeah, that's coming from a place no human has ever been and never will. Your compass works because of a spinning iron sphere you'll never see. GPS functions because the core exists. Life itself is possible because deep inside Earth, physics is doing unpaid labor. If you somehow teleported there, you wouldn't burn, you wouldn't be crushed, you wouldn't even have time to panic. You would simply be rewritten by pressure and heat into a very small, very brief geological event. The inner core isn't mysterious because it's hidden. It's mysterious because it's essential and completely indifferent to us. Basically, the planet has a beating heart, and humanity has never laid eyes on it. We just trust that it's there, doing its thing, while we argue on the surface. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.